You made money this month.
It disappeared by the 15th.
You don't know where it went. That's not bad luck.
That's a broken system. Nobody taught you.
The question isn't just how much you earn, but how much you need to stop. In America, the dream of retirement has become a moving target, wrapped in a mathematical fog.
We are told to save more, but more is not a number you can plan for.
To find your true freedom number, we must first strip away the marketing myths.
You've likely heard of the $1 million milestone, but in today's economy, that number is often a dangerous underestimation.
The reality is that retirement isn't an age. It is a financial state where your assets generate more than your expenses.
But how do we calculate that state with precision?
Most Americans are flying blind, hoping Social Security will catch them when the clock runs out.
To escape the trap, we need to understand the 3 distinct phases of your retirement calculation. Phase 1 is the baseline survival, the cold, hard cost of food, shelter, and health in your specific zip code.
Phase 2 is the lifestyle variable, the travel, the hobbies, and the standard of living you've spent decades building.
Phase 3 is the safety margin, the buffer for a world that is inherently unpredictable. If you don't calculate these separately, you'll end up with a number that is either too small to sustain or too large to ever reach. The first step to clarity is the 25x rule. This isn't just a random multiplier, it's the inverse of the famous 4% withdrawal rate.
It means for every $40,000 you want to spend annually, you need $1 million in the bank.
But wait, $1 million in 1994 is not $1 million today. This is where stage 2 begins, the hidden mathematical underpinnings. Inflation is the silent thief that eats your purchasing power while you sleep. To maintain a lifestyle today, you must account for a 3% average increase in costs every single year. Over 30 years, that 3% compound interest doubles the cost of your groceries.
Then comes the Trinity study, the bedrock of modern retirement planning.
It suggests that a portfolio of 50% stocks and 50% bonds has a high probability of lasting 30 years if you withdraw 4% annually.
But the Trinity study was based on historical U.S. market performance, which might not repeat.
If you retire at the start of a market crash, your 4% could become 8% of your remaining balance in a heartbeat.
This is known as sequence of returns risk.
To mitigate this, you don't just need more money, you need a cash bucket.
A 2-year cushion of cash allows you to leave your investments alone when the market is bleeding red.
Now, let's talk about the great American healthcare gap.
Fidelity estimates an average couple will need over $315,000 just for medical expenses in retirement.
This does not include long-term care, which can evaporate a 7-figure nest egg in years.
Many people assume Medicare covers everything. It doesn't.
So your magic number must be adjusted for the reality of your health profile.
Next, consider your tax location. $1 million in a 401k is not $1 million in your pocket.
The IRS owns a significant portion of that pre-tax money. If you're in a high-tax state like New York, your enough is vastly different than in Florida. This leads us to the safe withdrawal rate debate.
Some experts argue 4% is too aggressive for a low-yield future and suggest 3.3%.
That small shift from 4% to 3.3% increases your required capital by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Is your head spinning? Good! It means you're finally paying attention to the real math.
Stage 3, the common mistakes and cognitive biases.
The most dangerous mistake is lifestyle creep, the slow inflation of your desires as your income grows.
If you need $10,000 a month to be happy now, you'll need even more in a decade.
Most people calculate retirement based on their current high-stress, high-spending life.
But a comfortable retirement often requires less than a working life.
No more commuting costs, no more professional wardrobe, no more stress spending at 9 p.m. on Amazon.
Another bias is the recency bias, the belief that the future will look exactly like the last 5 years. The 2010s were a period of unprecedented growth. The 2020s are different.
Then there's the longevity risk, the very real possibility that you might live much longer than you think.
Running out of money at 95 is a far worse fate than working until 67.
We also ignore the tax law volatility. The rules of the game change every election cycle. To be safe, you need a tax-diversified portfolio. Most people also fail to account for the help factor, the cost of helping children or aging parents.
These family outflows are rarely in the spreadsheet, but they are always in the bank account.
And don't forget the entertainment gap. Retirees have 40 extra hours of free time a week. Filling that time costs money. Doing nothing is surprisingly expensive in America.
Let's pivot to stage 4, strategic case studies and proofs.
Meet the minimalist in Kansas. He needs $40,000 a year. His number is $1 million.
His costs are low, but his margin for error is also thin.
Now meet the professional in Seattle. She needs $120,000 a year. Her number is $3 million.
She has more security, but a much longer accumulation phase.
Finally, meet the traveler in Florida. He wants $200,000 a year. His number is $5 million. His number is high because his lifestyle is a constant outflow of capital.
Which one are you? Most people haven't even picked a category.
Without a category, your savings plan is just a hope, not a strategy.
We see a pattern here. The safe number is always higher than the survival number.
In America, the safe number for a middle-class lifestyle usually lands between 1.5 million and 3 million.
That sounds daunting, but it's only daunting if you try to save it all today. The power of compounding is your only ally in this fight.
But you cannot compound what you do not protect from taxes and fees. Every 1% in investment fees can steal 10 years of retirement income. This leads us to stage 5, the structured blueprint. Step 1, calculate your annual burn without the fluff.
Step 2, multiply by 25. This is your critical mass.
Step 3, add a 20% healthcare and inflation buffer. Step 4, determine your tax drag based on your account types.
Step 5, apply geographical arbitrage.
Moving from California to Tennessee can instantly lower your enough by 40%.
Step 6, build the income floor with guaranteed sources like Social Security or annuities. Step 7, invest the rest in a diversified, low-cost index fund portfolio.
This blueprint isn't about being rich, it's about being free.
The final stage, the empathetic conclusion.
You might feel like you're behind. Most of America is.
But the best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is now.
Retirement isn't a finish line where you stop living. It's a pivot to living on your terms.
Your enough is a personal number, not a social media trend.
Calculate it, protect it, build it.
Because in the end, the most valuable thing money buys is your own time.
Don't let the broken system dictate your ending.
Take the ledger back into your own hands.
Your future self is waiting for you to make this choice.
The math is ready. Are you?
Subscribe to Master the Systems of Wealth. I'll see you in the next deep dive.